Hello everyone, Danny Garola, pinkbarnstamper.com, coming to you for another day of our 12 days of Christmas crafting. Can you believe that we are already on day 8? It is a fantastic time. Now we are going to make a really fabulous project today. But first, let's go ahead and grab our 12 days of crafting advent calendar and see what is in store for us for day number 8. So drum roll, day number 8. We're going to open up this little box here. Ooh, look at that twine. Oh my goodness, look at the colors. Oh, if you guys remember, day number 6, we had these beautiful these puffy stickers, and look how beautiful that goes with it. And our paper from day number 2, the colors are just fantastic in this advent calendar. And again, it is not centered around Christmas. This is for your full year of birthday celebrations, anniversaries, any kind of cards you have coming up, because our stamp has big thanks, birthday, miss you, healing hugs. This is going to cover a ton of your all occasions. So you can find this advent calendar in my online store, shopdannygarola.com. In that little search engine, simply just type in 12 days of crafting advent calendar and you will find that in my store. All right, so for today's projects, so I have already made a few of them because I don't want you guys to have to sit here and watch me make all of the same thing over and over again. I'm going to show you 2 of them, and then I'll bring the ones that I've already created in, and then we'll put the project together. So what you're going to need is any pattern of your choice. Our designer series paper from Stampin' Up is double-sided, so I have chose very contrasting colors here. We've got more of a muted greenish blue with that bright, like in-your-face red. So you're gonna need 6. You could do 8 if you want to. Play with it. You decide what you like. We're just going to need squares. So you could do 4 by 4s, 4.5 by 4.5. You could do 5 by 5. You could do 5.5 by 5.5. You're unlimited with the sizes that you go with here. I went ahead and did 6 by 6 because it's a little bit easier for you guys to see on camera here, as I have it bigger for you. So I'm going to go ahead and do 2. I've already done my other 4. Like I said, you're not going to want to sit here and watch me make 6 of these. So we're going to go ahead and go through 2 just to make sure you see the process twice. So with my 6 by 6 squares, so you'll get 4 of these out of one of our 12 by 12s. You'll just need to cut another one in half and do it. That's the nice part of Stampin' Up. They give us 2 of each. So you can make, like I said, even if you wanted to do 8 squares, you can do that with our paper. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I've made my score lines in the middle. I'm going to fold this back up and fold it again. Okay, now you can see I've got this nice little triangle here. So what I want to do is with my triangle and with my opening on the left and my opening on the bottom is I want to take this and I want to switch it to like a fish. Like if you were going to make a paper fish. So what's really, really important, and you have to make sure of this part of it, is your sealed end. So you have an open end here and your open end here. You have to make sure your closed end is at the bottom facing your feet, okay? Or your legs if you're sitting. So what you want to do is make sure that little kissy fish, open here, solid here. Grab a good pair of sturdy scissors that can cut through thick paper like this. About 1 inch in, I'm going to cut, and I'm going to cut up until I have about 1/4 of an inch, if not a little bit less. I'm going to do the first one. I'm going to move over about another 1.75 inches here, and I'm going to cut up again, again to about 1/4 of an inch. And the next one, go up again, keep going till about 1/4 of an inch. Then we're going to open this and we're going to open each little square. Okay, now you can decide, and it doesn't matter because you're going to be seeing both sides of this paper. I'm going to take, now if you have a handheld stapler, you may be able to get inside of here. I don't have one, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this one here, take my other corner and fold that in on itself. So corner to corner, I'm going in. Now I chose to do my inside piece because these are all kind of flapped up. I'm choosing to do this one as my inside roll. So I need to put a little bit more glue on there. I can see, push that down. Let that hold for a minute. This is why I said you do not want to watch me make 6 of these. Then I just come in with my scissors and I just kind of roll that. I want it to look like a little taco inside of there, but being sealed. Now I'm going to flip my project over and do it opposite on this one. Now this is where I can get a stapler in here, a small little stapler, but to make sure I am extremely sealed, I am going to go ahead and put some glue in there. And then as I let that adhere, I will then come in with my small little stapler and staple that together. Kind of double reinforcement on these ones. Okay, my inside ones, I flipped it back over the opposite. So now we're going to be seeing the trees. Okay, holding that together. So just point to the end there where those squares come together. Okay, grabbing my stapler again, I'm just going to staple that. And then now we're going to flip opposite. So opposite, opposite, opposite. Okay, again, giving that time to adhere together. And then I'll show you what this looks like when you see it from the front frame. Okay, staple again. So now you've got this, kind of looks kind of goofy, this little shape where these look like they're a little rounded, but you've got the trees over here that you can see, and then you can see the red, but then you can still see that double side in the inside of this. So there is one. Let's do the other one. So just folding point to point, giving it a good crease, opening it up, point to point. Now I know this paper is directional. I'm not worried about it because once all these come together, it's really not going to matter. So then holding that or folding that back to on itself again, I'm just going to go ahead and give it another good crease. Now I can see it's open here and it's open here. So I know I want to make sure I cut on this solid fold here. Again, seeing that fish, if you had like a paper fish, we're going to go in about 1 inch, go up, snip, go up, snip, and then one more. Just make sure you don't take that cut all the way through your paper there, because otherwise we won't have our little marks. Okay, up. Now we're going to open this up. Open, open, open. Okay, again, taking our trees because I want my trees to be my center. So I am trying to make sure that I'm keeping them all the same. Okay, point to point. Give that time to adhere. I think little handheld ones can actually slide in there. I think the base is smaller on a handheld stapler. Okay, I'm going to put my scissors in there and just twist to make sure I give that a little circle-y tunnel in there, taco. flip my paper over, bring my other 2 points together. Hold those together, let those adhere. Bring in my stapler and just right on that line, staple that. Okay, we're gonna go back this way. So just back and forth, super easy. Let that adhere. Okay, now we've got these last 2. We're gonna go opposite on these. So bringing those up to the point. Okay, like so. Come in with another staple. Staple those together. Okay, we're done with the glue. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Do you see how quick that was? So we can go in here and we can kind of straighten these out if they bother you. There, I think they look just fine. Kind of just push, give that more of that little tunnel effect, the taco effect. Okay, I think that looks good. So then I do want to make sure that my one side is all the same when I go to put these together. So I'm going to make sure that my trees are on the right and my polka dots are on the left. So I'm going to move these 3 out of the way, and I'm just going to work with these first. So taking my bottom points down here, I'm going to take those and push those all together on all 3. Again, making sure that my trees are on the right. And I'm just going to put those points together, making sure it kind of sits like that. And then coming down again with my stapler, and I'm just going to staple those together. Okay, so there is my first little section. Okay, set that aside. Now again, bringing these in, I want to make sure that my trees are facing the right. And see if they're completely upside down and you don't like it, take it and shift it over itself. And then we're going to take these and put the centers all together again. And it's paper, so it can be manipulated. So point to point to point, making sure they're kind of laying flat-ish. And then bring your stapler in again and staple. Okay, so there is our next set of 3. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push that one up and bring this one into the bottom. Again, my trees are all facing the same direction. Now grabbing my points, I'm going to bring this in on top of itself. And it does get a little bit fiddly here, but you can get it to work. Grab your stapler, bring your stapler in between there, and give it a good staple. And there is our fantastic. Now again, like I said, if you want to squeeze more together, you could actually put another round of these in there, and you could do a 4x4 in there. I like the 6. I think the 6 looks really good. If you wanted to, you could staple the 2 sides together like so to make it a little bit more stable, like that. But it's going to stay together regardless. I mean, unless you're really kind of being crazy with it. But just make sure we turn our polka dots and our trees facing each other. But you have got a beautiful paper snowflake. Aren't these fantastic? Oh, I just love them. Now, let me show you the smaller one that I did. I did this one here. It's still 6, but I did a 4x4 square with these. So quite a big difference in the size, but equally just as beautiful. These are so fun to hang around the house. Let your kids get involved with it. Bring the nieces and nephews over. Let them all sit down and create these fantastic snowflakes. They're really beautiful if you just take a small little hole punch. Now, I have the, this was it's called a crocodile, but I just use the bigger of the 2 ends. Just pop a hole in there, hang a piece of linen thread, or you can use some jute and just hang these from the ceiling and just let those babies be seen. And they are just so beautiful. Choose all different kinds of papers, different patterns. This one's more muted. I did the stripes from this one. But yeah, you could have so much fun with these, and they don't only have to be Christmas themed. Do these in like a baby's room. Use some pink and golds or blue and golds and create a fabulous little decor for a new baby's room. Your kids, you can find one with cars, dinosaurs. I mean, there's so many different kinds of papers out there that you could really have fun with decorating and leave them up year round. Okay, I hope you guys found this, fabulous little project, something that you want to go ahead and try. They are fantastic. They are easy as long as you make sure you cut on the solid fold of those triangles. You are going to be good to go. All right, you guys, have a good one. I will see you guys back here tomorrow for day number 9.